ろくでもないやつが来たって？そうさ。作ってみせろよ、神様。お見知りおき。ちゃんと立ってろよ。
Hi everyone, this is Chronicle. I'm going to talk about this Sechs. Anyway, he's from the Beta Temple number 6. And then right now, because I don't have his shards, so I cannot master any of this kit. But with the equipment everything equipped, his overall status is not really that bad. Yeah, especially with the seals equipped. And the speed is super high, as you can see, and the physical attack is more than 1k, not bad. But the rest is so-so status because I haven't mastered the 1st, 4th and 6th gate, so the HP is not that high. And then he is an evasion type unit, so it's very good to master the 3rd gate to increase the overall evasion. And then next is his leader skill. For the light units, all of them will have HP plus 30%, single attack plus 40%, critical rate plus 10%, and speed debuff reduction by 40%. So this leader skill is actually quite good, especially you can team with Ziba, since Ziba is also a single attacker and she also have the property of critical, just nice. And then if you master his 3rd gate, this single attack 40% split into all attack 20% and single attack 20%. So that other than the single attack, the damage increased by 20%. And then next is his main ability. For this first skill, it is a light slash attack with probability of critical, and for the 3 turns, the opponent will have accuracy down, and then for the 1 turn, he himself will have speed greatly increased, so that he can evade easily from the enemy attack. But it is only a single target, and the shooting range is 5, so it's not really that bad. And then if you master his 5th gate, this skill changes into, well, it doesn't increase the overall skill attack power, but it increases the shooting range to 6, and instead of 1 turn, become 2 turns speed greatly increase, and instead of 3 usage, become 5 usage. So basically it is a minor upgrade for this skill, but it's actually quite good because you can use 5 times. And then next is the 2nd skill. It is a moving area 3 hit light slash attack and damage towards the enemy only, and the more enemy within the area, the more the damage it is, and with the probability of critical. And then for the 3 turns, you have critical damage up. So basically this skill is actually quite good to increase the overall critical damage power. And then the moving range is 3 and it's a diamond area attack. It's quite good, but you only can use 2 times, so beware. And then next is the 3rd skill. It is a moving 5 hit light pierce attack with probability of critical and with the jewel drain, and if the opponent has accuracy down, he will have 3 turns evasion up. So basically it's very good to use this skill when the opponent has the accuracy down, and then the shooting range is 5, it's not bad, and you can use 5 times. And then next is the 4th skill. It is an area 4 hit light pierce attack with probability of critical, and for the 1 turn, his evasion greatly increase. Yeah, so this evasion greatly increase is more than this skill, but it's only for 1 turn. And then the shooting range is 3, and it is an AoE of fan. So you can attack multiple enemies in front of him, and you can use 2 times. And then if you master his Barbell skill when you reach level 85, the shooting range instead of 3 become 4. So the AoE fan is 1, 3, 5, 7. Yeah, so it's quite big. It's a cone. And then only the enemy will be getting the damage as well. But the skill usage is still 2, so beware. And then next is the last skill. It is a 4 hit light non-type attack with probability of critical. The end. So basically this skill doesn't have any types of attack, so you can use this skill to fight against those enemies who have high resistance on pierce or slash or anything. But the shooting range is 1 and the jewel cost is 50, so it's not so cheap. And then next is the side ability. For this first skill, it is a moving area berserk status on the enemy only, and during the berserk status, the enemy will have accuracy and evasion down, and then for the 1 turn, he will also have the berserk status as well. And during the berserk status, his slash attack times 2, and jewel gain increase. So basically this skill is similar with the Blunt from the free creator 3-star, but Blunt is increase the evasion and attack and soul. This doesn't increase any evasion, so beware. And then the moving range is 4, and the AoE is a 3x3 square, so you can hit about 8 enemies at the same time. And then next is the second skill. It is an aerial light slash attack and damage towards the enemy only with the probability of critical, and then for the 3 turns, the opponents will have reaction and evasion down. So this skill is very good for those enemies who have annoying reaction ability, so that they will have lower chance of elevate the reaction ability. And then the AoE is a center cross 3, so it's quite big. And then next is the last skill. For the 3 turns, all of the opponents within the map will have CT up and clock up status unified, whether it is enemies or allies. Yeah, all of them will have CT up and clock up status unified. So this skill is very good for some circumstances, like for example, the enemy keep using the clock up status or CT up, but you only can use one time, so beware. And then next is the reaction ability. This is a 100% first strike counter attack with probability of critical, and skill attack can be activated. So basically this skill is very good for him because when he activates this counter attack, he also can evade the attack as well. And then depending on the situation, you can switch this reaction ability into, when you master his 5th gate, this HP drain added extra. For the 3 turns, the opponent will have pierce and jump resistance down for 3 turns, and skill attack can be activated. So this reaction ability is also quite good, especially if the opponent is using 100% hit, so that he can survive the attack using the HP drain. And then next is the support ability. Well, as you can see, there are 3 types of passive for this support ability. And then for the first passive, when he attacks any enemy, his pierce attack and critical rate permanent increase and can be stacked 2 times. Until he using this or this skill, basically it's from the main ability 3rd or 4th skill, the pierce and critical rate will reset to 0 again, and then you need to attack the enemy again to increase the pierce attack and critical rate, and repeat. But of course, if you never use these 2 skills, his pierce attack permanent increase. And then next is the second passive. When he evades any attack, his pierce attack increase and can be stacked 3 times. Until when he using these 2 skills, basically it's same as this skill, yeah. And then this pierce attack and this pierce attack can be stacked together. Yeah, so basically it's very good to evade the attack and attack the enemy for the highest damage of the pierce attack skill. And then next is the last passive. When he evades any attack, his non-type attack greatly increase and can be stacked 3 times. When you using this skill, basically it's a main ability last skill, it will reset to 0 again. And then even if you're using this skill, it only reset the non-type attack. It doesn't reset the pierce attack. Yeah, so basically you can use this skill and this skill with the higher damage when you evade the attack 3 times. And then for the next passive is, when you master his 2nd gate, this passive is from his Ninja Enchant job, and then it added extra physical attack and evasion. So it's actually quite good to master the 2nd gate to increase the evasion. Yeah, along with the 3rd gate, so that his evasion may be very high. And then his speed greatly increase as well. But for the other parameter, besides the physical attack and the speed, all reduced by about 3%, I think. So I guess these 2 passive will be the best for him, but provided you need to master his 2nd gate for the evasion up. And then next is the mementos. Well, right now I don't have his mementos, so I quickly go through about the detail. And this mementos is a limited mementos, so beware. And then it increases the physical attack for the basic parameter, and for the group skill, it increases the critical rate, single attack up, physical attack, evasion rate, and critical damage up. And then if you max break these mementos, it added extra move +1, so that his movement will be 6. And then for the BG ability is, it is a light slash attack with probability of critical, and he will have the jewel regen until he getting any 2 attacks. So basically it is a permanent jewel regen. And then if you max break these mementos, the overall skill power increase, and instead of 2 hits, become 3 hits. So as long as he can avoid the attack, and then you can use 2 times. Yeah, so what if the opponent attack him 3 times, you still can use this skill another 1 more time for the dual regen, so it's actually quite good. But of course, even if you never max build the mementos, it's also very good as well, since the dual regen is about 10% per turn. And then next is the Memento Skier. It is an accessory, and only the Beta Temporal plus Mew unit can be equipped. And then it increases his maximum HP, light attack, critical rate, and single attack up. So the overall status up is very good for him, especially the critical rate. And then for the weapon ability is, when he equipped with his one of the 3 weapons you can get from the event, it will increase his physical attack, speed, all attack, and evasion up. So basically it's very good to equip this accessory with his weapon at the same time. And then for the second weapon ability is, from the start of the map for 2 turns, he will have all bad status resistance graded up. And for the 1-time evasion, his magic evasion graded up. So as long as if he never evades any attack, the magic evasion graded up is permanent. But it's only for 1 time, so beware. And then for the alternative mementos you can use, if you don't have these mementos, is this Gem mementos is also very good for him, and it's not a limited mementos. And it increases the physical attack, dex, and initial jewel and counter attack damage increase. Or any mementos that is from the Beta Temporal mementos that is very good for him will be good enough. And then next is the gears. This 3 weapon you can get from his event or Ahato Job Plus event, and then it increases the physical attack, speed, evasion, and slash attack. So this weapon by default must equip, yeah, since it increases a lot of speed and evasion. And then for the weapon ability is, it is a light slash attack with probability of critical, and then for the 1 turn, his physical attack, evasion, greatly increase. So basically this skill is very good for his counter attack, especially when his counter attack is a first strike counter and he can evade any attack, besides the 100% hit. But then you only can use 1 time, so beware. And then for the next gear is, this armor you can get from the Fury mementos, and it's also a normal mementos. And then it increases the HP quite a lot, and with the blind status attack plus 25 and accuracy up, but then he does not need the magic attack. So this armor is actually quite good for him, especially it increases the chances of the blind status. So if the opponent has the blind status, he can evade the opponent attack quite easily. And then if you don't have this armor, you can equip with everything that is increased the HP will be good enough, or Ultima Muffler or HP Regen armor. Yeah, either way. And then for the next gear, this accessory you can get from the gear summon, and then it increases the speed, charm resistance, berserk resistance, and slash evasion. So basically this accessory is also very good for him. Yeah, you also can use magic evasion accessory as well, or shooting evasion as well, so that he can easily avoid the enemy attack, and then also increase the overall attack power when you evade the attack. And then next is the seals or runes. Well, I think the best will be physical attack plus 10% and single attack plus 5. But you also can equip with the area attack, but I think single attack is a better choice, or accuracy up plus 10, either way. And then it's very good to equip with physical attack and pierce instead of slash, since his main skill is pierce attack. And then with the critical rate up, and then with the critical up, so that he can easily reduce the critical damage. And then next is, I'm going to test it out at the training arena. Let's go. Okay, let's check his status first. Well, with this leader skill, it only increases the HP, that's all. The rest is other status up. Okay, next is his normal attack. Let's see the damage. About 2.6k and 3k. Okay, and how about this skill? 4.6k and okay, about 6k. And then how about this skill? It's a moving skill. About 4.5k for the weakness and 3k for the non-weakness. And how about this skill? 4.5k and 6k. Okay, and how about this skill? Okay, it's an area attack and the damage is about 3k. About 4k. And lastly, this skill. Okay, about 4k and 5.3k. Okay. And then next is this skill. 4.4k for the weakness and 3k for the non-weakness. And lastly is the master ability from his free weapon. Let's see the damage. 5k and 7k. I think this is the highest damage of all right now. Okay, next is I'm going to attack the enemy for 2 times. Let's see the power increase by how much for the pierce attack skill, like this and this. Okay, let's go. Okay, let's see the damage of this skill. Oh, about 7k and 8k. And how about this skill? 5k, about 6k. Okay, next is I'm going to evade the enemy attack for 3 times. Let's see the overall damage increase by how much for the pierce attack and non-type attack skill. Okay, let's go. Okay, let's see the damage increase by how much for this skill. About 9k and 10k. Okay. And how about this skill? 7k, 8k. And lastly is this skill. Whoa, suddenly increase a lot. 12k and 13k. Okay, lastly is I'm going to activate this skill that increase the physical attack for the 1 turn. Let's see the overall damage increase by how much. Okay, let's go. Okay, let's check his status first. Okay, it increased some bit, but better than nothing. And then let's see the normal attack first. 4k and 5k. Okay. And how about this skill? 8k and 10k. Okay. And then how about this skill? Okay, about 8k and about 5k. Not bad. And then next is this skill. Whoa, 15k and 18k. Okay, quite nice. How about this skill? Okay, not bad. About 12k and 14k. And how about this skill? 20k. Okay. 23k. Okay. And then how about the side ability, this skill? About 7.5k for the weakness and 5k for the non-weakness. Okay, next is I'm going to test this last skill. Let's see the damage is how much when it's all critical. Whoa! I think the total damage is about 33k. Okay, right now I'm going to test his evasion. Let's see how well he can evade the attack from the slash attack from the Zen, this skill. 96. Quite bad right now. And then how about with the magic attack from Narrow, this skill? 100%. So bad. And then I'm going to try with this evasion gradient for the 1 turn. Let's see his evasion increase by how much. Okay, let's go. Okay, let's test on the Zen skill, this one. 46%. Technically, it's just 50% down. And of course, if you're attacking from the behind, I think it's 96. No difference. And then how about with Narrow, this skill? 63. Well, 63 is still very risky. And then if Narrow attacks from behind, it's 100%. Okay, next is I'm going to try with this evasion gradient up. And let's see the evasion increase by how much. Okay, let's go. Okay, let me try with the very same skill, this one. Woo, 0%. Interesting. And how about from the side? From here? 21%. Not really that bad if you activate the evasion up from the master ability. It's quite good, but it's only for the one-time usage. And how about with Narrow? Let's see the evasion rate is how much? 13. Okay, he can evade the magic attack quite well as well from in front. But of course from behind I think it's about 63%. It's still very risky compared to the slash. But if I equip with the magic evasion accessory, I think it will be 0%. So conclusion is, he's actually quite good in evades the enemy attack, but I think his mementos plus the BCI is almost a must if you really want to use him. And the mementos is limited as well, so he is quite hard to trade. And then you need to master his second and third gate to to further increase the evasion, and then with the runes that increase the evasion plus 10, so that he can evade well from most of the attack with the evasion up. And of course, if you reduce the opponent accuracy and with the blind status, I think he can evade most of the attack except for the 100% hit. So I guess that's all about Sechs. Thank you for watching this video. If you guys got any question about him, please comment. Please thumbs up and subscribe if you like this video. See ya, sayonara.
生きるか死ぬかオーディションしよう。お返しだ。踊ってみせろよ。ほらほら来いよ。作ってみせろよ神様。ちゃんと立ってろよ。作ってみせろよ神様。お見知りおき。ちゃんと立ってろよ。お待ちかねのカーテンコールだ。